please. Yeah, chalo, thanks. So, good evening and welcome everyone. So, first of all, happy feast of Saint Peter and Saint Paul to all of y'all. Thank you for joining us for the grand finale of the BCS Talent Hunt Competition 2021. My name is Lawrence Fernandez, and I am the Vice President of the Bombay Catholic Sabha. This event is hosted by the Training and Youth Affairs Forum of the BCS. Friends, as you may be aware, prior to February 2020, we had a life for our children and our youth, which had lots of academic activities and various extracurricular activities they had in their schools and colleges. However, with the pandemic COVID-19, all classes were shifted online. The scenario in the past 15 years has been that there has been a lockdown for our youth and our children. They never got any opportunity to showcase their talents. The new normal has become the new norm. Why should we deny our children and youth an opportunity to showcase their talents? So the BCS has found a unique way to keep them engaged at home during the COVID-19 lockdown by providing them a platform to allow their talents to shine forth. The BCS Talent Competition 2021 has not only provided our children and youth a supportive platform to manifest their known talent, but also helped them to unearth new talent during this lockdown. This diocesan level competition attracted over 200 plus entries from children below 10 to youth below 25. Before we get into the sessions, just a little bit of housekeeping. It is advisable that you have a good internet connection, else you may have blur videos. There are going to be performances which are on video. And also, if the internet is not good, you may get a bad audio also. So we prefer that you access this webinar on your laptop with a good set of headphones for better experience. If you do have any questions, please type them in the chat box in your WebEx control panel, and we should be able to sort out your queries ASAP. Now, without any further ado, I now would like to invite our President of the Bombay Catholic Sabha, Advocate Rafael D'Souza, to do us the welcome address. Thank you. Advocate? Thing is logged out. Alexio or
Yes.
Adrian?
No, it's locked out.
Okay,
Check for
Adrian,
Rafael.
Adrian, can you move to the? I request you to introduce the chief guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to also play the anthem?
Yeah. I'll play
Maybe
the
do the anthem and Rafael can rejoin.
Right away. Right away.
Every Christian has a call to lend a hand, to take a stand, to fight for justice in our land. The summer gives you the call to commit, to grow, to rise to the fall, to grant the future, to open new doors. The summer, you have a voice. In the summer, you have a choice. The BCS has the place to make this world a better place. Politics and health, education are well. A world that's free, a world that's free. In the summer, we'll shape our dream. This people's heart is the need of the hour. We renew our vision, fulfill our mission. In the faith of St. Paul, in Christ to his wedded son. In the summer, you have a voice. In the summer, you have a choice. The BCS sets the pace to make this world a better place. We have a destiny with faith. We'll finish the triumph of love over hate. The summer shows the way. Committed to a better tomorrow today.
Lawrence, Rafaela joined, huh?
Okay. Thanks. So I now invite
Yeah.
the president of the Bombay Catholic Sabha, Advocate Rafael, to give us the welcome address. Over to Advocate Rafael.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Respected chief guest for the day, Deacon Ivan Fernandez, the president of All India Catholic Union, Lancy Kuna, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, office bearers of All India Catholic Union, the principal office bearers and the executive committee members of the Bombay Catholic Sabha, all participants in the talent hunt contest, the judges, the sponsors of today's event, the win participants and the winners of today's event, and my dear friends. A warm welcome to all of you for today's event, and also a very happy feast of the patron saint of the Bombay Catholic Sabha, Saint Paul. It is a twin feast today, Peter and Paul, and Saint Paul is our patron. The Bombay Catholic Sabha, for those of you who are invitees and perhaps who are unaware of our activities, we are a registered charitable organization in the city of Bombay with Archbishop of Bombay, Cardinal Oswald Gracious being our patron. The Bombay Catholic Sabha is spread all across the Archdiocese with over 62,000 members as of today, and with a target to achieve 1 lakh membership by the time we lay down our office in the next year. The BCS has been divided for functionally and for activities into 3 major forums. We have socio, civic, and political forum. We have training and youth forum. And we have membership and environmental forum. Today's event comes to you with the hard work put in by the training and the youth forum of the Bombay Catholic Sabha. Every year, it has been the practice of the Bombay Catholic Sabha to have our Sabha Day event in the month of January or February. And we have been having it for the last so many years to commemorate our founding day on the 21st of January 1989. However, immediately after the last Sabha Day in February 2020, we were attacked. We were attacked, so to say, by an unseen enemy called COVID-19 pandemic. The result has been the activities in physical form came to a standstill. However, as they say, every adversity throws up opportunities. So the Bombay Catholic Sabha, the 3 dynamic vice presidents, chose it to get our people involved in their respective forums through the medium of virtual meetings, virtual events. Result is that for the last 15 years, we have had more than 12 webinars on relevant subjects, whether it is jobs, whether it is civil services, whether it is on national education policy, whether it is the persecution of minorities, specifically the Christians, and whatnot. For the youth, this period has been all the more challenging. I read the press release of Guy Ryder, the director of International Youth Labour Organization. He said in a press release on the 11th of August 2020, and I quote, "The pandemic is inflicting multiple shocks on young people. It is not only destroying their jobs and employment prospects, but also disrupting their education and training and having a serious impact on their mental well-being," unquote. As the pandemic did not allow us to have the Sabha Day, no physical competition of the FoodCom, no physical academic awards. The question was how to keep the youth engaged to overcome their anxiety and depression. This is how the Youth and Training Forum has brought to us the talent contest of 2021 for the ages with up to 25 years. Talking about talent and its use, I recall the words of Irma Bombeck, the renowned American humorist, who said, "When I stand before God at the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single talent left unused. And I would say to God, everything you gave me, I used." The participants of today's contest, as Lawrence said, over 200 from the entire Diocese of Bombay, have made this event a successful one. As in every event or a sport, it is the contest, taking part in the contest is more important than the persons who are going to win. Although it is very vital and that shows their extraordinary talent. So, my dear friends, while to the contestants, I would like to compliment all of you. And you can proudly say to God that I have used every bit of my talent. For the winners, congratulations to all of you. You have made your parents, your well-wishers proud, and we are grateful to you that you participate. May these kind of events continue in the Sabha, and let our zeal and passion to work for the society grow. Once again, welcome to all of you and have a very enjoyable evening. Back to you, Florence. Thank you.
Thank you, Advocate, for your words of encouragement. I now hand over the session to Adrian Rosario, my colleague, who will introduce us to the chief guest.
Thank you, Lawrence. And good evening to everyone here. We are happy to welcome our chief guest, Deacon Ivan Fernandez, the current director of the Diocesan Youth Center. I know several of the youth here must be very connected to him, have interacted with him at a number of sessions. I'm sure some of the adults too have seen him in action. He can hold an audience. But unfortunately today, you see with all of our online events happening simultaneously, especially today on the feast of Saints Peter and Paul, we realized he could not bilocate. So we've had to go online, just like our participants, just like all our contestants. We have Deacon Ivan with a recorded message, but he promised us he is with us in spirit. Lawrence?
Yeah.
How beautiful the idea that each of us is created in a manner which is unique, and that each of us.
Sorry.
Good evening and a warm welcome for this grand evening that I believe is spectacular in spite of an online journey. I want to congratulate at the outset the Bombay Catholic Sabha for ideating and germinating this seed of encouraging the talents of young people. And then to you, my young people, I want to tell you how much of a delight it is for the church to discover that the now of the church, that is you, engage on this journey of sharpening and sculpturing your talents and your potential. This is the right time when you embark on the journey of life and begin to discover the gifts that God has given you and how these gifts are going to be a springboard that will launch you into the world outside. Pope Francis, in the document Christus Vivit, underlines a beatified Carlo Acutis who wrote a script in his diary. He writes, each of us has been created by God as a masterpiece and as an original, but a good many of us die as photocopies. How beautiful the idea that each of us is created in a manner which is unique, and that each of us is God's limited edition. And so we encourage you beyond this talent evening to be on this search, to be on the lookout for a self-discovery throughout your life so that you discover your talent and you chisel yourself to the highest latitude possible. To those of you who will grab a title this evening by being declared as a winner, you need to give a pat on your back. But beyond those who are winners, I want to also congratulate and give weightage to all the young people who have participated in this event. Because winning is not necessarily the ultimate goal in life as much as enjoying and relishing the journey itself. And the journey is an important aspect of our lives. Whether it is sports, culture, music, dance, all of these enhance ourselves, giving us an ability to add to the beauty and the celebration of life. In the midst of this diversity, when we look through a harmonious view, we dare to believe in a world of humanity that is blessed by God and that is meant to challenge all of us to beautify our world. So God bless, and wishing you the very best. On behalf of the Youth Center, may these events multiply in number.
So long distance, I want to, on behalf of the organizers, the Bombay Catholic Sabha, and especially the Training and Youth Affairs Forum, thank our chief guest, Deacon Ivan. He promises to watch this recording as soon as it is released because he also has been in suspense for the last 2 weeks. Let's get on with, therefore, the contest and the winners. Before that, a little bit about our forum. So let me have that slide. It's always nice to know who are the people behind an event, and here it comes. So these are the members of the Training and Youth Forum. You have Advocate Rafael D'Souza, our president. You just heard him a little while ago. You've heard a welcome by Lawrence Fernandez, the vice president in charge of this forum. We have Mr. David Varun, who's the chairperson of our Odlem unit. We have Norbert Mendonça, who is the deanery councillor, Borivali Deanery. We have Kevin D'Souza, who is the deanery councillor from the Kulla Deanery. That's me there. I help with the academic awards. I'm an executive committee member, and Alexio, also another executive committee member on our newly formed media cell. And of course, Ryan Pinto, some of you heard him last week at one of our largest gatherings on WebEx. It was the government jobs decoded seminar, the webinar that we had last Saturday, the 19th. Ryan Pinto is the one who is involved in training our youngsters to take up civil services and government jobs. I know you are muted currently and you'd like to possibly give them a clap. So on your behalf, let me offer you that. Okay, so great. Okay, let's move on then. Let's head on with the process. Everyone often asks, how did you select the winners? Considering you had over 200 entries, 4 categories, we are keen on knowing what happened, how did it take place. So a brief run through. Somewhere early May, many of you would have received a WhatsApp message through the Bombay Catholic Sabha units of your parish announcing the first ever online Bombay Catholic Sabha talent hunt contest. You had to register. Those interested had to register using a Google form. They sent in their Google form entries. They were then given the guidelines. We had 4 categories. Actually, originally we had 5 categories. We had only 2 entrants, 2 participants for the comedy act. I think both of them are here this evening as well. But final 4 contest categories. I'm sure some of you know this one. It was elocution, there was singing, there was dance, and there was, of course, instrumental. The judges, who we will show you their names in a little while, some of whom are here. I saw Jennifer Gadgil a little while ago online. And of course, I want to tell you that from the comments the judges have made, it's amazing. You know, they said it was so difficult. In some cases, they had to actually sit and figure out, okay, now these two almost seem perfectly like the winner of the first place, or these two seem to be the winner of the second place. So they had a little difficulty, not a little, according to the judges for the singing and the instrumental, they said it was more than a little difficulty. So one of the interesting things that I want to already, before we even announce the winners, I think Deacon Ivan mentioned that. He said, everyone who participated, everyone who took part is a winner, really. And so that's something that we will move on now to the actual winners announcements. Just get hold of judges list so that you know that these are the people who took a lot of time. You know, it's not so easy sometimes with an online contest. It's much more difficult because you have to therefore go back and view a video, check it out. I know some of our contestants and their parents kept getting phone calls from our team asking for link permission. Give us the video again. It seems to be cut here or it's truncated there. What's happened? Oh, I'm sure you know that all that went on. But let's go with the list of the judges coming up on your screen now. So in the singing category, we had judges Mr. Anil Pereira and Miss Maureen Pereira. Both of them have a long track record in the area of music, and especially with a number of different choirs, singing in a variety of church as well as other groups. I want to thank both of you, Anil and Maureen, for your involvement in this, the first online BCS Talent Hunt contest. Coming up next. We have the judges for the dance category, a couple that has been on the scene in Mumbai and of course has won a number of awards across, currently residing in Bangalore. We had Aaron Mascarenas and Donabel Mascarenas. Both of them have won a number of contests across dance categories of various forms, and I want to thank both of them particularly for spending a lot of time with our dance categories. Both singing and dancing garnered the largest number of entries of our total of 200 plus. Let's go next. With the instrumental category, playing a musical instrument, we had Mr. Lucas Sumanam and Mr. Edlin D'Souza. Both of them have a vast range of experience individually and together. Wow, it's a great amount of experience. And they commented that to a large extent, it was really a very, very interesting thing to see, particularly the below 11 category being so advanced, really. Some of them, they said, chose pieces that were far advanced, really, of that age category. So thank you, both of you, Lucas and Edlin. Thank you so much. And in the elocution category, we had judges Ms. Jennifer Gadgil and Ms. Ashmita Amin. Jennifer has been a language expert, well known in Mumbai across a number of groups, a number of school and other institutions. She has been involved in training people in a variety of particularly forms of English, but very importantly, I think Jennifer is one of those people who can identify talent beautifully. And thank you, Jennifer, for also being here this evening. I want to thank Ashmita Amin, who not only is involved with a range of CSR activity, has been involved at the Asian Institute, has also had a stint with professional dance and moved into now training people also into elocution. So thank you so much, Jennifer Gadgil, particularly for being here this evening. Ashmita is indisposed. I'm sure some of the other judges will be joining us too as the evening progresses. Thank you, all our judges. And I'm going to now invite those who have to announce the winners. That's Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. I just saw you. Thank you. Thank you. So if we are ready to go, we are ready to begin. One last point. I get all these commercial announcements, but this one is not an announcement. It is a gratitude-filled major thank you to our sponsors. These events, even with, we could say, okay, very good, let us just run the event and say thank you and just say, okay, let's give them a certificate. But we realized that one of the things that really all of us look forward to, child, young person, or adult, is something that goes with that certificate. And so we are very thankful to our sponsors who didn't chip in just small amounts, large amounts, and we are thankful to them because the entire prize money for this event was sponsored by the following persons, and their names are coming up on your screen. Our sponsors for BCS Talent Hunt 2021. Our main sponsors, the names are up there. I'm sure you can see them, but I'll read them. Mr. R.K. Rubin, Mr. James Pereira. I saw him there just now on the screen too. Thank you, Mr. James Pereira, Mr. Melvin George, Ms. Caron Shaiva, Mr. Steve Pereira, and Mr. Ryan Pinto. I know Ryan is there too. Okay, so thank you so much. Whether you are here or not, our prayers, our good wishes for your continued good health will be with you. Thank you so much. Let me now move you, therefore, to the first category. When the committee was deciding, who shall we start with? So we said, let's start with the largest number of contestants, okay? The largest number of contestants, and I can see somebody very excited here. His name is Lorenzo. Lorenzo, I can see you, and that's good news. Okay, so we are ready to begin counting down, therefore, our first category. I'm going to invite Kevin D'Souza of the Training and Youth Affairs Forum to announce the winners of the singing contest in BCS Talent Hunt 2021. Lorenzo, fingers crossed. Kevin?
I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Greetings to all of you. My hearty congratulations to each one of you for participating in this contest, and in a very special way to the ones who have emerged victorious in this competition. I'm elated as I announce the winners in the category of singing competition. Under 11 years of age. And the first place goes to Adele Nazareth of St. Teresa's Parish, Bandra. The second place goes to Chiara Mascarenas of St. Anthony's Parish, Wakola. Congratulations.
We'll get a chance to watch the performances and to listen to them as well.
Del Nazareth and I'm 9 years old. I will be singing Somewhere Over a Rainbow from the movie The Wizard of Oz. Somewhere
Going to announce the electrician. I'm going to announce electrician, right?
Thank you. I am Kiara Mascarenas. Today I'm going to sing a song, A Whole New World, by Alan Menken from the movie Aladdin. I can show you the shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, when did you ask me your heart to sing? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over sideways and under, on a magic carpet ride. Fantastic point of view. Now what to tell us now? Where to go? A singing room, dreaming, a whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. We're in a way up here, it's crystal clear, and now I'm in a whole new world with you. Unbelievable signs, indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world. Thank you.
Kevin?
I now proudly announce the winners in the category of singing contest in the age group of 11 to 15. And the first place goes to Chiara D'Souza from Our Lady of Immaculate Conception Parish, Borivali. And the second place goes to Chinoa D'Souza from St. Xavier's Parish, Dabul. May we have the videos?
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for fame. Some people live for the power. Some people live just to make a living. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. And I think that before that life's so good, so full of the superficial. Some people wanna go, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I got you, baby. Some people want diamonds, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people search for a fountain, promises forever young. Some people need 3,000 roses, and that's the only way to prove love. And we go on silver platter, and what good would it be? No one to share, no one who truly cares for me. Some people wanna go, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
My name is Shanoa D'Souza, and my song is How Far I'll Go. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I'll go. See the light where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, but no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on the island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I should roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong, I'll be satisfied if I play along. But the voice inside sings a different song, but it's wrong with me. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And the line where the sky meets the sea calls me, but no one knows how far it goes. If the winds in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go. How far I'll go. Thank you.
And now, friends, I gladly announce the victors in the category of singing belonging to the age group of 16 to 20 years. And the winner, the first place, goes to Joanne Fernando of St. Pius X Mulund. And the second place goes to Tiana Nunes of Christ the King Parish, Borough East. Congratulations.
Before we can go to those videos, I want to very quickly step in and greet Edlin. Edlin D'Souza, our judge for the instrumentals. Nice to see you, Edlin. Welcome. Welcome to the BCS Talent Hunt 2021. We are in the process of our first category, the singing category.
Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every game to taste the sweet. I face the pain, I rise and fall, yet through it all, this must remain. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of lifetime. I will feel eternity. Oh, you're a winner for a lifetime. If you seize that one moment in time, make it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. And in that one moment of time, I will be, I will be, I will be free. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing the line, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. Yeah, so keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep the faith, keep your faith. Whoa, whoa.
Kevin?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, with an elated heart and spirit, I now announce the winners in the singing category belonging to the age group of 21 to 25. As I announce, kindly hold your heartbeats together. The first place goes to King Miranda of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception Parish, Borivali. And the second place goes to Jessica Cardoza, belonging to the parish of St. Pius X, Mulund. Congratulations to each one of you. Have a great evening, friends. Thank you. May we have the video, please?
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major is the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her dancing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throat and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew a hallelujah. 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 Oh, maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to keep somebody who like you. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Her faith was strong, but she needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her People I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen the flag on a marble arch, but love is not a wintry watch. It's a cold and it's so broken. Hallelujah.
So we come to the end of the category, the singing category. I want to thank Kevin D'Souza for announcing the winners of the 4 age groups in that category. We come next to the elocution contest winners. I want to invite David Varun.
Good evening to all. I congratulate winners for the elocution competition in the age group under 11 years. First place goes to Sansia Sebastian, Sacred Heart Parish, Mahakali. The second place goes to Branson Cardos, St. Francis of Assisi Parish, Bandra.
Santi Sebastian from the Sacred Heart Parish in Delhi East would like to say a story. The Great Angel. Chrissy was a new angel who had only been in heaven a few days, and she had been given a very important job to be in charge of the rain. Every week, she had to be sure that it would rain all over the world. It was a very important job, but no one had told Chrissy how it was done, and she didn't know what to do. Chrissy asked everyone for help. Well, the angel that had the job before you spilled sad stories to the clouds, and that made them cry. Chrissy was a very happy angel, and she didn't know any sad tales. One night, Chrissy flew to see the man in the moon to ask if he knew how to make rain. Said the moon. You might try pinching the clouds to see if that would make them cry. Chrissy didn't want to hurt the clouds. The next morning, while skipping from cloud to cloud, she heard someone giggling. It was a little cloud she was walking on. Chrissy bent down and asked, "What was so funny?" "It's your toes. It tickles us when you walk." "Oh, I'm so sorry," said Chrissy. "I shall try to be more careful." No, please don't. We love to be tickled. It makes us laugh so hard, it makes us cry. Well, that gave Chrissy an idea. The next day, it was raining all over the world while Chrissy was running and skipping and wiggling her toes across clouds. The clouds were giggling and laughing so hard that tears streamed out from their eyes. And the tears were falling down and making a wonderful rain. Everything looked bright and fresh and happy. Chrissy had done a wonderful job, and she still does this to this very day. Thank you.
That's it.
The New High-Tech Age by Odile Madeira. We live in a new age, and we all know that is true. With iPods, iPads, and cell phones connected by Twitter and Facebook too. Can I have an account on Facebook? I ask, I beg, I plead. No, you can't. You Toke's daddy. Your books are what you need. Look, says my fierce grandma. Lena and the girls are out to lunch. You've just ended coffee day. I'm joining that crazy bunch. Then, unlike most other grandmas who do yoga and stay in bed, mine is off in a big scarf carry headphones to join her friends instead. Grandpa is constantly on his laptop looking grim. Got to check my stocks and shares, he says. I'm not sure I understand him. Mommy checks her iPhone. It's only so that I can be properly informed, my dear, from the school website, you see. My cousin, who just turned 18, has a BlackBerry that looks cool. His sister has a notebook she's allowed to use in school.
It's done, huh?
Ah, you should watch my other grand. Anita is on Skype with a fancy iPad. She causes quite a hype. What I really think is unfair is that in this world of high-tech stuff, I, the only one not connected, while others can't get enough. Though it is really wonderful to be connected all that much, I truly hope that with this high-tech world, won't forget the human touch. Thank you.
We continue the elocution category in the age group 11 to 15 years. The first place goes to Shinova D'Souza, St. Francis Xavier Parish, Double. And second place goes to Shalom Mendes, St. Anne's Parish, Masgo.
Is Shinoa D'Souza, and my piece is Under My Own Skin by Odile Madeira. It's wedding season, and I love everything about weddings. I love dressing up, and I love the music. And of course, the company of my cousins and the delicious food. I love everything except meeting relatives, especially the ones I've never met before. Oh my, you little duckling! Ouch! Don't they know that the hard pinching of cheeks hurts so much? Look at you! You've got your mummy's nose. She is hardly finished when an old man walks up to me, and it's the first time I've ever seen him do. I promise. I would have recognized you anywhere, young lady. He smiles. Why, you're a spitting image of your father. I presume good looks run in the family. And of course, there's Grandma, who always says, "Oh, that lovely mop of hair, just like mine when I was your age." And my brother to be a bully for sure. I hate it when he compares me with Grandpa. You have that annoying habit of humming under your breath, same as Grandpa. Ugh. The list goes on. You do this like Grandma, and you do that like Daddy. You say this like Grandpa, and you say that like Mommy. Your forehead is like your brother's, and your feet are just like your uncle's. Respected judges and my dear friends, I really don't mind all of this at all. But I'm sure you know that my little heart is my own. And I do know that my thoughts are original too. I like that I share certain characteristics with my family. But I am unique in my own right. And I love my individuality. I love the different things about me that make me uniquely me. We are all endowed with God-given talents that make us special. Just be comfortable with who you are. I know I am so comfortable, yes, under my own skin.
Why Me by Barbara Vance. If you have to ask, why me? When you're feeling really blue, when the world has turned against you and you don't know what to do, when it pours to loss and raindrops, when the roads are winding mess, when you're feeling more confused than you ever could express, when the saddened sun won't shine, or when the stars will not align, when you'd rather be inside your bed, the covers pulled above your head, when life is something that you dread, and you have to ask, why me? And then, when the world seems right and true, when rain has left a gentle dew, when you feel happy being you, please ask yourself, why me? Then too. Thank you.
So thank you, David Varun. We've enjoyed listening to our very young contestants in two categories. There were only two categories in the elocution contest. We now move on to the instrumental contest. I'm going to invite our executive committee member and member of the Training and Youth Forum, Norbert Mendonça. Norbert, over to you.
Thank you, Adrian. Greetings and good evening to everybody. I will be announcing the prize for the instrumental category. In the instrumental category, in the age group of under 11 years, the first place goes to Suzanne Sequeira, Our Lady of Egypt Parish, Kalina, and the second place goes to Adel Nazareth, St. Teresa Parish, Bandra. May we have the video, please?
playing Teddy Bear's Picnic by John Walter Bratton on the piano. Thank you.
You're on mute.
But you're on mute.
Sorry. In the instrumental category, in the age group of 11 to 15 years, the first place goes to Christophe Galasso, A Lady of Good Counsel Paris, Sion, and the second place goes to Ryan Pereira, Sacred Heart Paris, Wasi. May I have the video, please?
What a wonderful word on the clarinet for me.
In the instrumental category, in the age group of 16 to 20 years, the first place goes to Adele and Pinto, Mount Carmel Parish, Bandra. May I have the video, please?
Good day, I am Adele Pinto and I will be playing Progression by Manfred Smith.
In the instrumental category, in the age group of 21 to 25 years, the first place goes to Ingrid Mills, a Lady of Egypt Parish, Karina. Congratulations to all the winners. May I have the video, please?
So thank you, Norbert, for introducing and announcing our winners of the instrumental contest. I'm sure all of you realize why those judges said it was really a tough contest out there. Our last category coming up immediately is the solo dance contest. And I'm going to invite Ryan Pinto to announce the winners. Ladies and gentlemen, our last category for tonight coming up, BCS Talent Hunt 2021, the dance contest.
Good evening, all of you. Good evening, all of you. This must be the most awaited contest, that's the dance contest. I appreciate the hard work that the contestants have put. The participants should remember one thing. No matter what the result is, keep working hard, you will get your goal. It must be very difficult for the judges to decide or judge who the winners are. Our contestants or the participants were no less than Prabhudeva or Madhuri Dixit. So I'll just give you all the winners of the first category. In the solo dance category, age group under 11 years, the first place goes to Oshin Khandagle, St. Xavier's Parish, Kanjurmarg East.
My name is Sinead D'Souza.
That was second place, Sinead D'Souza, Saint Xavier Parish, Dabul. So we had in under 11 years category Ocean Khandgale and second place Sinead D'Souza. Now for the next category, 11 to 15 years. First place goes to Amira Fernandez, Our Lady of Victories Parish, Mahim.
Vamos pa' la playa, pa' cubrirte el alma. Cierra la pantalla, abre la medalla. Todo en el Caribe, viendo tu cintura. Tú le coqueteas, tú eres un cabullo. Me gusta lento y contento. Cara al viento, lento y contento. Cara al viento. नाचे आजे धमाधम ढोल बाजे नॉन स्टॉप हल्ला मचेगा ओए नाचो सारे पापा पीपल पे आज नया स्टेप सीखे नॉन स्टॉप हल्ला मचेगा ओए नाचो सारे अपनी फेमस है रात वाली यारियां जाने सारा जहां थलपुर मां सुन ले ओ छोरियां छूने नगरियां जब जब ये घूमे हमारी यार तारी कमरिया तारी कमरिया थलपुर मां सुन ले ओ छोरियां छूने नगरियां जब जब ये घूमे हमारी यार तारी कमरिया तारी कमरिया
Now for the next category, 16 to 20 years. The contest was much more difficult. The first place is Raila Pinto, Mount Carmel Parish, Bandra.
I've been having dreams, jumping on a trampoline,
flipping in the air. I'll never land, just float there.
as I'm looking up, suddenly the sky erupts,
Flames that light the trees, scatter falling leaves. Now there I come for me.
Wait, if I'm on fire, how am I so deep in love? When I dream of dying, I never feel so loved. You're probably with that one girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me. She's everything I'm insecure about. Yet today I drove through the suburbs. 'Cause how could I ever love someone else? And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one drive alone past your street.
Awesome dance by all the winners. I hope if anyone from the Bollywood industry is watching, might just give them some break in the movies. The last category, 21 to 25 years. First place, Adrian Ashirvadam, St. Lawrence Parish, Wagle Estate.
Thank you, Ryan. And that was the last of our contestants in the last of our categories in BCS Talent Hunt 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you enjoyed all those performances across all those 4 categories. Let me check. I think, Lawrence, you're coming in on this one. You want
No, it's okay.
to announce something. But before that, let me promise all the winners and the participants, you get certificates of participation from the Bombay Catholic Sabha, online, of course. And this should reach you by the 15th of July 2021. In case you do not receive one by midnight of the 15th of July, then write back to the same email ID, bcstalent2021@gmail.com, on which you registered. I'll repeat that. Participants and winners will receive certificates by the 15th of July 2021 online in the same email that you registered. In case you do not receive this by midnight of the 15th of July 2021, don't call us. Just send an email to bcstalent2021@gmail.com, the same email ID that you registered on. The winners will also receive, thanks to the generosity of our sponsors, a cash prize. The winners and runners up, as announced, will receive a cash prize, and we will take the details separately from you so that the treasurer of the Bombay Catholic Sabha can make the necessary arrangements to transfer your prize money. Back to Lawrence before the vote of thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Adrian. And Advocate Rafael, would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you. I think by and large, it was a wonderful performance. I think we cannot clap, but you can clap as Adrian does. Give a good hand to the Training and Youth Forum for giving us a wonderful event. That's number 1. Number 2, I would like to recognize the presence of the President of All India Catholic Union, Lansidi Kuna, our own past presidents, senior most Dolphy D'Souza, then we had for some time Gordon, and we had continuously Rita Disa. Thank you very much for your gracious presence and viewing this first ever virtual contest. Once again, congratulations, Lawrence and your team, for doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. Thank you. So what we have done now is we have unmuted all. So if someone wants to, probably say a few words, we still have about 10 minutes till end of time.
I think we have no debaters here. We have performers. Yes, James.
Yes, James.
No, I must say that the contest was well organized. Okay, participants, 200 participants was something out of the blue. You can't get so many participants. And the performances were very laudable. Everyone's performance was good. So Adrian and the MC, Adrian, then our Alexio, all of you all have done a very good job. Keep it up. And we'll be there to support you in future.
Fine.
Yes, Rita.
Yeah, I think this was indeed an excellent program because firstly it brought back memories of the last talent contest we had. I mean, I came into the Sabha because of that to organize these things to 2003, 2004, and that was so fabulous. Adrian was there part of the team then too. But adding the dance and the elocution to it was really, used to only have music, singing and instrumental. The dance and elocution was really good. And I think the entire team has done a very good job because believe me, it's very difficult to judge. And the judges, I must hats off to them. It's very difficult to judge things online. I've done at least couple of 6, 7, 8 during this whole last year. And it's so difficult, because like it's not the same as watching it happening. But so this is an extremely outstanding feather in the hat of the Bombay Catholic Sabha. And I know it can only get better in future because this time it was online and it was so well participated. And then we'll all be looking forward to the live ones when we have in future with this entire team. All the best.
Thank you, Rita Disa.
Hi, this is Clever, and I'm Shinoa and Sinead's dad. A round of applause, actually, firstly, to the Bombay Catholic Sabha for actually organizing this event. It actually boosts the morale of the kids, especially in these challenging COVID times. We think that we have enough on our plate as adults to handle, but really no one understands the pain of a child not being able to go out and play and meet their friends and go to school. As much as it may seem a bane otherwise, but now that they have tasted not going to school, they actually know what it feels like. And so this virtual platform of these competitions is a great opportunity for them. Not because my kids have won, but a round of applause to all the participants because of all the efforts, and I'm sure it's the parents backing as well in all of this. And of course to the winners, keep it up, well done. And thanks to Lawrence for coordinating and bearing with all of us. I'm sure you would have been inundated with calls and messages during the entire phase. Adrian, it's good to see you after a very long time. So cheers once again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Clever. Yeah, I don't see any more feedback coming in. So with your permission, can I request Alexio to give us a vote of thanks? Alexio?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, very much.
Okay. Good evening, one and all. I'd like to recall the words once Gautam Buddha said, everyone is gifted, but some of us never open the package. And today we had a good number who have opened the package. over 200 participants. Bravo to all the participants and congratulations to the winners. Now, can we request everyone to unmute, join us in applauding for all the participants for taking part in this talent hunt.
Yeah.
We need to practice that in unison now.
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Now, coming to the chief guest, thank you, Deacon Ivan D'Souza, for encouraging our youth with a beautiful message which says, this is the right time where you can embark your journey of life and begin to discover the gifts that God has given to you. Thank you, Deacon Ivan. On behalf of the team, I'd like to thank BCS President, Advocate Rafael D'Souza, for all the assistance and support given to us. Of course, he is also the man to get all the sponsors for this event. Lawrence, can you put the list of sponsors?
Give me a minute.
Can you share the list?
Alexia?
This is the list. Name of the sponsors. Thank you each one of them for supporting us. Also like to thank each one of you other than the participants who attend this event, encouraging the youth. Last but not the least, the BCS Training and the Youth Forum, led by VP Lawrence Fernandez, have done an excellent job of organizing this event. Thank you, Lawrence and the team.
Thank you. You were also part of it.
Also, yeah. Also like to thank the judges. It was quite difficult for the judges to decide on the participants and keeping the criteria in mind. They have done a wonderful job by judging the right winners. Thank you all the judges. God bless and good night.
Thank you.
Finished?
Yes, I think we come to an end of this program. Thank you everyone who contributed for the success.
Thank you.
Maybe there were some glitches. Pardon us if there are any mistakes, but this is a stepping stone for us as a learning experience. We will do better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Lawrence.